don't tell anybody that you're a day trader. I say this because people will inevitably naysay and give you bad energy a lot of the times when you're learning as a trader. Now, if you're already a successful day trader and you've been doing it for a long time, by all means, share that with people, of course. But the reason I bring this up is that a lot of people, when they're learning how to become a day trader, they tell everybody that they know that they're studying day trading, they're going to be a successful day trader, all this stuff. And inevitably what happens is that all these people that know them and care about them try to, quote unquote, help them. The problem is the help is advice that is from a source that is not a good source to get advice from. Now, I say this for a lot of reasons. I remember one time someone was talking to me and they're like, oh, like, should I do this, this, and this? It was about investing, right? They were like, this person told me that I should get this type of account, blah, blah, blah. And they knew that I was an investor and a trader and all this stuff. So they were asking me, which is cool. Like, I'm happy to help people out when they ask me for my opinion on things if I know about it. And they were like, yeah, this person told me I should do this, this, and this. And I said, well, who's that person? And like, what do they do? And they're like, oh, it's so-and-so. And I said, listen, and I said, with all due respect, you have way more money than this other person. I was like, why are you taking financial advice from somebody who has way less money than you and has accomplished way less than you? And I wasn't saying this to be rude. I was saying this because the person I was talking to has a lot of wealth, and they were essentially considering advice from somebody who wasn't even close to the level that they're at. And it's just the same thing. It's like, if I'm a star athlete, why would I take advice from somebody who just like watches games from their couch? It just doesn't make any sense, right? And it's the same thing with this. It's like, if you're going to start a business, which I have, I worked in an industry, grew my own business, grew it way up, and then I sold it. I accomplished all that. Now, when I was starting that business, everybody was telling me it was a bad idea. Don't do that. Don't start a business. It's so risky. Most businesses are going to fail. Just get a good, safe job. Like, you know, all the things that people say. All the normal stuff that everyone tries to say. And sure enough, I just went for it anyway. I ignored that advice. Well, trading was no different. After I did that, when I started trading, same thing happened. Everybody, oh, don't do that. It's risky. It's this, it's that. It's all this stuff. And everyone's saying, don't do it. Like, you're like, you should just get a job. You should do this. Now, here's the thing. Like, these people are people who care about me. It was friends, family, whatever. And they're just trying to be helpful. Like, they weren't trying to be nefarious. They weren't trying to stop me from chasing my dreams. They were just trying to protect me because they cared about me. Also, some of them might have just been having their own insecurities. And when sometimes people see people doing something that is outlandish, it makes them have an insecurity where they question, oh, well, I never did that, blah, blah, blah. And it makes them naysay. This is very, very common. You see this a lot. Like, the people that are common to naysay you are the people who haven't done anything themselves. I mean, that's just the way it is. Like, if you shared with a group of successful traders, hey, like, I'm thinking about getting into day trading. I've been studying it. It looks really awesome. What do you think? They're going to be like, yeah, do it. Like, it's amazing. That's what they're going to say. They're not going to say, oh, no. Stay out of that. Don't get into that. Like, you just need to get a safe job. They might share with you, hey, it's harder than you're going to think. There's a lot of challenges, and they might give you some good advice for your path, but they're not going to try to tell you just completely stay away from that, because why would somebody that had success in something tell you not to do it? It doesn't make sense, right? Similarly, if you talk to someone who's an entrepreneur, they might tell you, hey, being an entrepreneur is hard, but they're not going to tell you not to do it. They're going to tell you not to do it if X, Y, and Z, right? They're going to have actual advice for you. Hey, you should only do this if you're willing to suffer, if you're only willing to do this, you're willing to do that. But they're not going to be like, oh, just go get a regular job. But, you know, your grandparents might say that, your parents might say that, your cousins might say that, your friends might say that. And that's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. I need to check on my dog. All right. Anyway, I'm out walking in the woods as always. I figured I would take you on a walk and talk and just share this with you because seriously, one of the things I heard, and this was something that stuck with me. I don't even remember who was saying this. It wasn't about trading. It was about business. And basically, I was listening to this. It might have been, I don't know if it might have been Alex Hormozy. I forget who it was, but there was a business person that was talking about it. And don't quote me on that because it might not have been him. But they were talking about how if you go and put your head down and study something for 6 months to a year and start working on a business and doing all this stuff, and then you like basically just really grind it out, get everything situated, build this thing, launch it, and then it starts to work, and then you show up and you start talking to people about it after you've already had some success, people are just going to be happy for you, and the reception is going to be positive. Like those same people who would probably naysay you in the beginning if you told them you were about to do something will also be positive towards you if you've done the thing and had success with it. So that's what I'm getting at, and that's the important thing. There he is. He's making a cameo here. It looks like I'm being approached by a black bear. Here he comes. Here he comes. Hey, buddy. What are you doing? There he is. Anyway, the point is, people that care about you want to protect you. And also, a lot of people can't help but project their own worldview on you when you talk to them about your perspective. It's just the way that people are. And so, when you're starting to trade, don't even tell people about it. Don't even tell people that you're on this endeavor to become a day trader. Just keep it to yourself. Work hard. Don't let your ego get big, because like that's another side effect. If you start talking about it and saying all this stuff, you're just going to inflate your ego, and that's going to hurt you as a trader. You really need to get grounded and serious with yourself. You have to be so true to yourself in this game, because you're your own worst enemy in trading. It's similar in business and everything else. Like if your ego gets in the way, you're gonna have a hard time. That's just the way it is. And in business, in trading, they're very similar. And like I said, I've had success in both of these things. I found that other people's opinions, all they do is hurt you on the journey. And that is really true in trading. I mean, in trading, one of the most challenging things is, first of all, the reception you get from other people when you're starting. People will just naysay that have no idea about it. But then the other problem is you'll start talking to other people who are learning trading, and a lot of people that are learning it, their opinion isn't that great either, because there's just a bunch of people trying to figure it out, and everyone's ego starts getting inflated because they start labeling themselves, well, I'm a day trader. It's like, all right, bro. Like, just, it's not that serious. Like, we're all doing this. So the thing is, don't go out there and tell everybody that you're a day trader when you're first starting out. Just keep it to yourself. Study, learn. Don't let anybody know what your next move is. It's the same in business. Don't let everyone know what your next move is. Start working on stuff. Just trust your intuition. Trust your intuition and work on it. And only talk to the people about it that are the people that you want to hear from.